How is everybody this morning? Ray of hope and a ray of sunshine, I hope. Hey, Leo Dempsey, have a great. Keep the faith. DeLuey, how are you? Good morning, Judy. Good morning. Good morning. How is everybody? Ned, good to see you. Let me go ahead and see if Cloud Hub is going to work for us today. Ellie Mae, good to see you. Yep, Cloud Hub is up and running. So I'm guessing that YouTube is also up and running. It's Lulu. It's Lulu. Good morning, Loretta. Good morning, Mike. Hey, Tyga Wagara. Sally, Cindy K, if you would please go ahead. Hey, Cully, go ahead and share, if you will, to your followers. And we'll get started just briefly. Inviting our people from Cloud Hub and also from Parlor. Real Mike, good to see you. As opposed to the fake, I guess, huh? Good morning, Miriam. Good to see you. Good morning, Sandy. All right. Good morning, Debbie. Good morning. Good morning. All right. Let me go ahead and read quickly from Psalm 121, and then we'll get started. I will lift up my eyes to the hills, from whence comes my help. My help comes from the Lord who made heaven and earth. He will not allow your foot to be moved. He who keeps you will not slumber. Behold, he who keeps Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Amen. Amen. All right, Mag Hunter. What's a Mag Hunter? Should I ask? Maybe not. Okay. Tucker is a great disappointment. Yes, he is. Hey, Paula, good to see you this morning as well. Hey, Patrick, good morning. Sissy, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. All right. Hey, Lee, good to see you. Magpie. Good morning, Living Grace. Good to see you. All right, let's couple announcements. Bonnie, good morning to you. Good to see you over there on Cloud Hub. All right. So just a reminder to everybody, I am out all next week. Hey, John Mott. So I won't be on. I may come on occasionally, kind of doubtful, but you never know. But I'm taking the week off. I hope you guys take the week off too and enjoy the week of Thanksgiving. Hey, Rob, good to see you. We have a lot to be thankful for, even though thank you, Sally. Even though sometimes it doesn't feel like we have the world's going well, but a well-deserved break, Lee said. Thank you, Lee. The newest edict from our on high, no more than 2 per vehicle to be enforced by the police. That is crazy. Yep, you need the break. Robin said, yes. No reliable info. I know, Living Grace. But I'm sure you guys can take it and handle it. Yes, enjoy your week, Ellen May said. Patrick is just talking about New Mexico now that there's no more than 2 in the vehicle. So if you have children, I guess what do they run along beside the car or behind the car? What is it, Patrick? What did they tell you to do in New Mexico if you have kids? All right, just a reminder also, my book, My Ears Are Not Like Yours. This is a book that's available for children ages 4 through 11. And it's a very encouraging book for children on Amazon.com. Yep, strapped into the top of the car. There you go. Kids in the trunk, I guess, Cully said. And so this is a great book for the holidays for children 4 through 11, a very encouraging word for children. Get your copy today. Behind me, if you can see that, is my latest. That's my latest. Basically, that is a grapevine wreath with 3 gnomes. Thank you, Judy. And you can get that. You can DM me or just ask me for the link and I can send you over there. Love that wreath. Robin said, thank you. Fairy look. Yeah, it's gnomes, 3 little gnomes. Hey, Gary. And so it's got a lot of greenery and a bow and berries and frosted pears and pine cones. It's an 18-inch wreath form. The base of it is, but it's about 24 by 24 when it's done. So if you're interested, just DM me. Very pretty, Ellie Mae said, thank you. And I'll give you all the particulars and send you to the Etsy shop. All right. So let's get started. Mag Hunter, just DM me and I can tell you all of that. And I can also give you a place to go. Let me see if I can get that on Cloud Hub for you really quick. I put the link over on Cloud Hub, not thinking about needing it over here. And I can put this in for everybody who is on the other platform right now. Everything but, of course, but Periscope, because Periscope doesn't like me. Yesterday, just so you know, my show was tagged by somebody on Periscope. So whatever, with possible violations. I have no idea what it is. They haven't contacted me or anything else about it. Okay, so I'm putting the link for you. If somebody wants to grab that link and put it over there on, hey, Clara, put it over there on Periscope. You can, it is www.etsy.com/shop/arise and create. So etsy.com/shop/arise and create. So if anybody wants to put that over there for me on Periscope, that would be great. Some people have nothing better to do. Yep, Lee, for sure. Hey, Tim, good to see you. Patrick said, just another arbitrary rule while she is in Washington with the Biden team. Of course. Of course. Hey, Teresa, we have lost our freedom of speech. We have. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you, Robin, for putting that up for me. So yesterday, I don't know if you guys watched the news conference. I watched the entire thing. If half of what they say is true, I'm furious about it. What they're claiming happened was, and they have supporting affidavits, they claim. And, the media had absolutely no interest whatsoever. All they could talk about was themselves, or when are you guys going to be over with this? When are we going to blah, blah, blah? Barbara said, yes, I was so mad I cried. I know, it was disgusting to watch our Constitution, these people trying to flush our Constitution down the toilet is what we saw yesterday. Hey, Bitcoin. It was just horrible to watch because this is far beyond the office of the president. Hey, Grateful Mike. This is, I saw Pence trigger the reporter. This is about the fabric of our country and about defending the Constitution. And the media is nothing but a bunch of rainbow farting liberals, Mag said. Yeah, they really are. They don't, collapse of our country. They don't care. This is a globalist takeover, Sally said. It absolutely is. And I'll tell you one thing, and I mean this. If this were the other side, I may not love how Rudy laughed at CNN. I know that was funny. I may not like what they're doing. Like if this were Biden, I may not like it, but I certainly wouldn't be out there doing what these people on the left are doing, ignoring it. It's time to sit up and listen to what's happening to our country. It's past time, really past time. And if we don't win this, our country's over, period. And I know that's hard to take, but it's the truth. I don't know that there will ever be another election. I don't know that there'll ever be another election that you could ever trust. I very seriously doubt it. And we're starting to see, the Republicans sort of slip back into that whole mode that I told you was happening. And that is that they just go along to get along. The Constitution is being shredded article by article. Yes, Chicago Pops. They'll do whatever because all they care about is a job. We're seeing a third world country in the making. Yeah. It's the fault of the voters of Biden. DeLuey, I don't know if it's the fault of Biden voters or the fact that there was fraud committed. And I'm hoping that they will be able to commit to convince people, to convince the courts, the Supreme Court, that there is voter fraud that we have to take seriously, and that there's outside interference in our elections from foreign countries, from maybe Venezuela, Cuba, China, all that. Good morning, Candy. Good to see you. We will be over at the same time frame as the Russia hoax, probably, Mike. Miriam said, oh my, it's horrible. This is war. Well, it's starting to be bad, really bad, Miriam. Han Decker, who travels with president, told a local DJ in Alabama this morning when Rudy was in front of a PA judge and judge asked him, was there fraud? Rudy said no, so I'm confused. I don't know, Robin. I don't know who said what. If they said it, I don't know. I'd have to see it myself. I believe that these curfews now have to do with their taking over our republic. Miriam said it is treason. Mike said Sydney isn't a drama type. If she says something, she means it. Judy said, yeah, I don't believe. Rudy said no. I don't believe that either. I don't know what. Listen, can I tell you something? Can I be honest with you? You can't tell anymore what's the truth and what isn't. You can't tell who's lying to you and who isn't. It is all garbage. Unless you see it yourself and you're there in person, I don't even think that you can be sure of what you see on a video. It is tough. Yes. Biden won't last 6 months and we're at the mercy of that crazy Mag. Yeah, Mag. Biden yesterday, I don't know if you saw that video, he couldn't even speak. Also, Iran has declared war on America, Teresa said. I will be protesting at the Capitol tomorrow, Sally said. True, yes, deep fake. It is really bad. Biden, I don't know. I don't know. He will either resign or he won't make it because he's not in good health, and anybody can see that. Our closest allies, including Israel, should be worried if Trump won't win. Yeah, but you know what, Brian, they'll just try to get along. They will say the chip mark will help prevent voter fraud in the future. Could be Bitcoin. They will trade the truth for a lie, Mike said. I was shocked when I heard that. Robin said, yeah, Robin, I think I would go, if I were you, and go look for that, something from somebody else that said that. If Rudy said that, you would think that would be all over the news because everybody would want that. It is a uniparty, no longer anyone that will stand up in fear of losing their seats. I know, Bonnie, it's true. It's absolutely true. And he explained, Judy explained yesterday that, Rudy explained yesterday that Georgia is just recounting the same fraudulent votes. And he told how that happened. He said, there's an envelope and there's an envelope inside that envelope and the vote is inside that envelope. So if you open the first envelope, you discard it, you open the second envelope, and then you take out the vote and you're kind of discarding things and you're just recounting the same thing. You're not looking to see, did anything happen? Was anything amiss? And so that's the way it's, looks like it's going to be playing out in Georgia. I don't know exactly what's going to happen. I do know that, we saw yesterday, Arizona is going to wait and see how all this plays out. Biden needs a babbling translator. I don't even think they have those people that could accurately say what he's thinking or saying because it's just too difficult. Now, I want to show you, for those who are over on the other platform, not on Periscope, I want to show you this and let you hear this if I can. Let me do this again because I didn't do something I was supposed to do. So let me try this again real quick. This is the way, this is our world today. This is what we're getting. And for those of you, let me just go ahead and play this for you. Okay, it's just a minute or two. And for those who can't see this, this right here is Michigan GOP Senate Majority Leader Mike Shirkey. And he was caught by activists. Now, the guy, Philip Lewis, is a hack that works for the Huffington Post. He's like the Washington front page guy, for Huffington Post. So he's filming this. I think, because he later talks, he has a little, designer mask that probably mommy made for him because it's really cute and all that, So this is a guy who is a Republican who's getting on a plane to go to the White House to meet with the president. The president is meeting with those people from Michigan. So this guy had to be harassed because, that's what you do in an airport when you see somebody that you don't like. You just harass them in the airport. And they're harassed by, holding up signs and, count our vote. They don't care. See how cute. Look at that. Look at that little thing he has on his face. Isn't that adorable? His mom picked that out for him or made it for him because it's so cute. And it's a little cloth mask, and he inhales and it, chokes him and stuff like that. But how adorable. So this is what it's come down to. And at the very end, he asked him, are you going to quarantine when you get back? Because big brother, I'm going to be watching you, and he'll probably try to find him wherever he's at and call him out. Hey, Jim Morris, good to see you. John Decker travels with the president. He said it. Robin said, you are so right, Susan. The truth is so hard to find. What do we believe? This is why God's word is so important. It's the only thing we can stand solidly on. Yes, Paula, absolutely. Sandy said it's deception, end times coming. It's about the Satanists. Dominion voting system has a history of controversy in Canadian elections, Gary said. And Gary has given you the link there. Tim said if the Democrats aren't stopped, there won't be any Republican seats to save. We are at war, Mike said. Tim, you're absolutely right. There won't be a republic to save because it will be gone. It will absolutely be gone. Now, this, before I get into something else, I want to show you this. I found this article. This is disgusting, like a lot of things that we're finding. Bring this up on the screen for you. This is an article from News Talk 1130. This is on iHeartRadio. Texas rejected those Dominion machines. Yes, they did, Barbara. This is an article written by Dan O'Donnell at 1130. This is in Wisconsin on a radio station. This says Disability Service Coordinator blows whistle on vote fraud in group homes. Are you listening to this? These are disabled people. Susan, the Disability Service Coordinator who works with developmentally disabled adults who live in various assisted living facilities and group homes in and around Milwaukee, says every one of her more than 20 clients told her that they were either pressured to vote for Democratic candidate Joe Biden or had a vote cast for Biden before they ever had a chance to see their ballot. Now, this should be a lawsuit brought by everyone who has one of those 20 clients that are sitting there in that developmentally disabled home. Should bring lawsuits. These people, whoever did that, if this is true, should go to jail for a felony. They really should. That should be, if that's the same person that did that, then 20 counts of a felony on those people. This is horrible. And this isn't something that's going to overturn an election. But this is something I don't care how small or how big that you think it is, the world out there. It should be looked into. It's ridiculous. Sally said, I'm so mad right now. Yeah. Good morning, my darling friend. Hello, Sapphire. Good to see you. Okay. So now let me talk about Tucker Carlson. Tucker, you sold out. That's what happened. You sold out. If we are at war, then they can't get rid of a wartime president. Sandy said, well, that's the way it used to be. So Tucker Carlson basically said that Sidney Powell had no evidence. Tried to make her look like a liar, I guess. Now, here's one thing that you need to know. You always look lovely, but loving the purple on you. Well, thank you. Thank you. I'm at war with the Democrats, Sally said. Attorneys who lie in court, Fox News has sold out. Yes, Chicago Pops. Tucker wants to hold on to his job. If an attorney who lies in court can be disbarred, let me just tell you something. If Sidney's lying, if Rudy Giuliani's lying, if Jenna Ellis is lying, they can be disbarred. I don't think that somebody with the stature and the reputation as Sidney Powell is going to do that. But I want you to hear something that Sidney said to Maria Bartoloma, or whatever her name is. I can never get it right, and I won't try. This is what she said to her about Tucker Carlson. So for those of you who are able to hear it, let me bring this up for you to hear. Oops, hold on one second. I want to get this so that you can hear it and make sure that you're hearing it. Okay. All right. Let me bring this up. It didn't do anything. Why? Sorry. Every now and then it just doesn't want to work. It's probably a Democrat. It's not bringing it up. Okay, well, it stopped doing it for me. So basically, what she was saying is that he was rude to her. She even gave him information that she had not yet filed. Hey, Solitary. And she had allowed him to see that information before she had put it in court. And so he was just rude. And she said, don't ever contact me like this ever again. Now, no attorney worth their salt is going to come on somebody's show and give you the proof that they have. They're going to do that in court. Yeah, I said is demanding too. Yeah, he was just rude. And you can, well, I would show you, but it won't allow me to for whatever reason. It stopped allowing me to share, which is such a shame because it was so fun. It was fun while it lasted on Restream. It's Friday though, so that's why we're doing so poorly on that. All right. So anyway, this guy needs to go to this thing needs to, as I've said, don't forget Paul Ryan is on the board. Yeah, that's true, Claire. He's on the board of Fox News. This thing needs to go to the Supreme Court as quickly as it possibly can. I don't know why it's not going there faster, but we need to get that there really fast. It's and I guess Dershowitz came out and said, well, if this can go to the Supreme Court, then President Trump, has a chance of winning. And I guess if he doesn't, then he doesn't really have a chance, according to Dershowitz. And of course, immediately, Twitter just was all over that. Oh, here's the guy who went to Epstein Island, blah, blah, blah. And they just, whoops, couldn't let it go. All right. Hopefully that didn't freeze too long. Sorry, I hit the wrong button. Let's see. Sandy, I think for congressionally approved war, I was upset with Tucker. Mike, yes, true. Dems will lie to their mother to get their way. Mike said, yep. The love of money is Tucker's love. I don't watch anyone on Fox anymore. Miriam said, nope. Fox News is over for me. I'm not watching it. All right. So there's this guy who back in 2014, I guess, worked with Sidney Powell. His name is John Zimmerich, and he worked with Sidney Powell. And I can give you, I'll post the link over there on Restream, even though they're not being nice and allowing me to share my screen with you. I can post that. That's if you want to see that. He said there's no way that Sidney Powell would lie about that. Linda said President Trump won. He will be inaugurated. If judges throw out the cases, can it still go to the Supreme Court? JJ said, yeah. On appeal, you can go from there if the Supreme Court accepts it. I don't know why the Supreme Court wouldn't, because it's a federal election case, although they don't have to. But in this case, I don't see why they wouldn't. But you never know what's going to happen, because this isn't the same world that we live in anymore. So if you want, read that article about, Sidney Powell. You could tell by watching that yesterday that Sidney Powell was absolutely enraged. And you could hear the quivering in her voice. She was so angry about it, as she should be. So I don't think she's lying. Again, somebody with her reputation, with the things that she's given up to find justice. This guy also said the book that she wrote was so scary he couldn't even finish reading the book, because the book about the fraud and what things had happened and all that was just so scary to him. Hey, Mike, that he just couldn't finish reading it. So that article, it was a very good article. I think you would really like it. And also now, one of I put up on there hashtag village idiot. I won't tell you who I'm calling a village idiot, but let's talk about Mitt Romney. So here's what he wrote. He tweeted this out, having failed to make even a plausible case of widespread fraud or conspiracy before any court of law, the president has now resorted to overt pressure on state and local officials to subvert the will of the people and overturn the election. It is difficult to imagine a worse, more undemocratic action by a sitting president, a sitting American president. Well, Mitt, sweetheart, you'll never know because you'll never be president. And as soon as we can, this guy needs to be voted out of office and sent back to Massachusetts, where he really lives. Miriam said, I also believe she is not lying. Yeah, there's no way. Awesome. Facebook user said, South Carolina judges have probably been threatened. Twitmit. Yeah, Mike, absolutely. So, all right. So the next thing here. In Wayne County election, official Monica Palmer reports that Ned Stabler has posted her home address online and told people to visit her there. So here we go. Again, people getting threats because they're trying to do the right thing, trying to uphold the Constitution. But that's not okay with some on the left. They feel that the Constitution isn't worth anything anyway. And you shouldn't take any time trying to uphold it, as the founding fathers would want us to do. Now, this Ned guy, he has 41,000 followers. And it said, all tweets are my opinion, not my organization. Michiganian because I am not a goose. Okay. He wrote, at no time have I ever known her personal information or sought to obtain or share it with anyone on social media or privately. I am speaking to attorneys about legal remedies for the harm that Ms. Palmer and Fox have caused me and my family with these baseless allegations. So he's denying it totally. So if that's true, good for you, Ned. Nobody should be revealing anybody's personal information and having people come to them at their home, where they may be eating in a restaurant, right, Maxine? Things of that order. So, yeah, he's saying he did not dox. There's no way. Dominion Voting Canada gave so much money to Hillary Clinton in the past. Unbelievable. Going on all the time right underneath our noses, and we probably didn't know anything about it. We are at the halfway mark. If you don't mind retweeting, that would be great. I appreciate it. And then we'll continue on. And again, remember, I won't be here next week. Taking a week off. Might pop in to say hi every now and then. You just never know. But don't have any intentions of coming on and doing this. Now, there was an article written that looked like it had some promise to it. When you first read it, it was by the postmillennial.com. Breaking news, articles of impeachment filed against Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer. Republicans are, they filed articles of impeachment on the grounds that she exceeded her constitutional authority regarding her draconian restrictions during the present pandemic. They also accused her of corrupt conduct in office. Well, that was short-lived because here again, here's these people who are trying to save their butts, who want their careers to go forward, who want to keep their jobs as Republicans. Update: Michigan Republican House Speaker Lee Chatfield will not allow impeachment vote against Governor Gretchen Whitmer. Republicans are not the party of people who impeach just because they disagree with someone. We just saw that in Washington. We're not going to do that in the state of Michigan. It's not the right way to deal with this situation or this disagreement. So there's a guy you need to put down on your list the next time you're voting to get him out of office. sometimes you need to do what you need to do. This isn't just like, oh, she did this once and maybe we should go ahead and impeach her. No, this is something this woman does over and over. She's been told by the courts, you have overstepped your boundaries, and she continues to do it. Why? Because she knows that she can get away with it. Why did that Republican do what he did? Because he believes probably that the president is not going to be staying in office, and he's got to save his behind. Hey, Josie. The Republican naughty list. Yep, put them on the list. So, I mean, this is what, if it's under Joe Biden, this is what you're going to see for the next however long he's there, or whoever takes over, or whatever happened. Because this is what they did under Obama. They, meaning the Republicans. All they did was carry Obama's water for 8 years. Oh, we'll get him next time. Oh, this isn't the time to do it. Why is that? Because they wanted to keep their jobs. They wanted to keep getting reelected. And they knew that the majority of people were out there for Obama. So they just carried his water. They just carried his water. And that's what they will continue to do, because that's what they do. And Sally said it's a uniparty. And it absolutely is. Our country won't survive under Biden. It won't, Clara. You're correct. It won't. We should flood their phone lines and emails. Sally, contacting Congress or anybody in the Republicans, it doesn't seem to do any good. I mean, I'm not saying don't do it, but we've done that over and over and over. If we lose the Senate, the Republican Party is dead, Chicago Pop said. If Biden wins, we will be re-educated, Boston T said. Yeah. And they're already saying, Brit Hume came out with a tweet saying, you're concentrating so much on the president that you're going to lose the seat in Georgia. And I'll tell you something, California, there's been a big write-up that Californians, probably, Hollywood is all headed out to Georgia to try to make sure that the Democrats win it and not the Republicans. Now, here's this is a guy named Chuck Callesto, or I don't know how you say his name, Callesto or Callesto, depending. He was a candidate for Florida's 3rd congressional district. He's a blue checkmark guy. He said, breaking report. This was 10 hours ago. Michigan Secretary of State says the 2 Republicans who were bullied and harassed cannot rescind their certification vote. Did you hear that? Michigan Secretary of State said the 2 Republicans who were bullied and harassed cannot rescind their certification vote. That right there could be a court case on that. Imagine this. Imagine if those 2 Republicans were 2 people of color. What would we be saying today? That you disenfranchise these people. Only legislator makes the decision, DeLuise said. So this is ridiculous. So you can be bullied, you can be threatened and harassed. Should be a criminal case, Coley said. Yeah, but they could the first time. Yeah. And something ought to be done about that. What's going to be done? I don't know what Michigan law allows them to do. God bless Trump. Absolutely. So I don't know. All right. We have postcard writers, Barbara said. All right, here is something that Elfie E. Whitty that comes in. She sent yesterday. I wish I could show you this. Of course, I can't because it's not allowing me to. This was an article that's written, and it says, let me put this up for myself. All right, this is an article that was written by Albert Mohler. And he is a author, broadcaster, theologian, et cetera, et cetera. He's about 181,000 people following him. He said, new and important, a direct threat to Christian education. Are you listening, Christian? A direct threat to Christian education. The Human Rights Campaign demands that the Biden administration deny accreditation to Christian colleges and schools. They try to rapidly rush the elect into a false win. Yep. So did you hear that? Did any Christians hear what I just read to you? cases struck down in the state courts may not be finished yet. I agree with JD and Jack. Anytime now, Lord. Amen. Amen on that one, Boston T. God help us, Judy said. Robin said she heard it. So basically, the LGBTQ organization that Biden has said, we're going to support anything and everything you want, practically. They're wanting Christian colleges and schools to be denied accreditation. I don't know. Sounds like discrimination to me. Believe you had more than 90 million votes, Louis said. An attack on Christian education. Yep. Unbelievable. Okay. What is happening with the judge that ruled against our governor here in California on the mail-in ballots? Well, Marian, nothing's going to happen with the election. Nothing. So all that was saying was future elections, you can't do it that way. However, Miriam, the state legislature went ahead and incorporated that in. So now it would no longer be illegal what he did. Good morning, Redeemed Patriot. Well, heck, how about those who are letters who say they are Christians? Well, without accreditation, you can't get Pell Grants. Well, and I guess without Pell Grants, you wouldn't be able to go to the Christian school. You'd have to go to a liberally indoctrinated school, right? Right? Okay. The Georgia Senate candidate, and I want you, since I can't show you this, this is the Raphael Warnock, referred to Jewish people as birds of prey in 2018. This is an article. I'm going to give you the link that you can go and look at that link and read it and see for yourself. Did he really say that? Persecution is here. Jesus told us he is coming soon. The hour is later than we think. Absolutely, Miriam. Absolutely. Much later than we think. Software cheating is like an evil spirit in the machine. Yeah, but the evil spirit in the machine, Rocky, is always commanded and controlled by a person. Maybe a person with an evil spirit, right? Tucker latest sellout. Yep, Tucker. And I think Laura Ingram the other night said something that wasn't too good. I wish I could show you these pictures. I'm going to put links up again because this is so important for you to see. In Germany, German anti-COVID lockdown protesters made their voices heard, and they were met with water cannons. So these people were out protesting and saying what they felt about the lockdowns. There's the link on Restream over there. And they were met with water cannons. So now, yes, that's Germany, and it's not the United States, but how much longer before something like this happens in the United States? I don't know. I don't know. And I want to show you, well, I can't show you, but I want to give you the link. This is something that this was so frightening for me. And in the United States, we're starting, we talked about this the other day, where they're out there taking pictures, surveilling Jews, if you will, by taking pictures of them in their private home, allegedly. And you're thinking, what in the world is going to happen with this going on? What are we going to see? Now, this is a German doctor, supposedly, who was on a podcast in his home. You have got to go see this. After the unconstitutional approach of the infection law, police broke into his house while he was having a transmission on YouTube. Those who cried against fascism have created the most criminal dictatorship. This is scary. This will make your blood grow cold. I mean, this will send chills up your spine. In Israel, this rabbi is ordering to make the golden crown that will put on the coming Messiah. Wow, Miriam, that's amazing. If you have a link, Miriam, share that with us. Will anybody go over and get that link on Restream and put it on Periscope. You need to see this. You need to see what is happening to these people and what is likely, if we get rid of the Constitution, as the left is trying to do, will be happening soon enough here. The sea is getting rough. The storm is on the horizon and drawing near with each passing hour. Absolutely, Patrick. Absolutely. All right. But that is a chilling video. Everybody needs to go and watch that video. It was scary. All right. Let me go on a little bit more here. Thank you, Robin. Thank you. Lindsey Graham. 3 attorneys have filed an ethics complaint against Lindsey Graham, accusing the South Carolina Republican of pressuring a Georgia elections official. Yeah, Boston T, you don't need to speak German to understand what's going on. Basically, while this guy is on a podcast in his home, the police come and kick down his door, probably because he's telling people that this COVID stuff isn't what they're claiming it to be. And so the harassment is horrible. What the police did was horrible. And they immediately took the camera off of the guy. And so you couldn't see what they were doing. All right. So 3 attorneys have filed an ethics complaint against Lindsey Graham, accusing the Republican of pressuring a Georgia elections official to toss out legally cast absentee votes in the presidential race. We are all in jeopardy. Yes, we are, Kim. We very much are. Good morning. Maranatha, Lord Jesus. Yes. Now, I'm reading this quickly because I know we're running out of time here. 2 anti-abortion groups have filed a lawsuit against the District of Columbia. You remember when they allowed the Black Lives Matter organization to paint on the street in June, Black Lives Matter? Well, the Frederick Douglass Foundation and Students for Life of America wanted to paint Black preborn lives matter, and they wouldn't let them do it. So they're taking them to court now and basically alleging, I guess, discrimination, because you allowed one group to do it, you didn't allow the other group to do it. So we'll see how that comes out. Pfizer said today that's asking federal regulators to allow emergency use of its COVID-19 vaccine. Woohoo! Vaccine's coming. Pfizer is going to make the request days after saying the company and its German partner BioNTech's vaccine appear to be 95% effective. And the FDA can sometimes grant emergency use authorization before their final testing is fully complete. So look for that to happen. Sometimes you have to laugh because you'll go crazy if you don't. What's up with Lindsey Graham for fist bumping Kamala Harris? Well, we all know what that's about. Fight like you are the third monkey headed to the ark and it's starting to rain, Patrick said. That is the link for the crown for the coming Messiah. I didn't see anything, Miriam. It didn't show up. Oh, no, it's not coming. It's not coming up. I don't know. Can you do it again? Can you just put it in there again? Because nothing's showing. It's just what you wrote and there's no link. See Germany acting like the Democrats and the election interference in Germany. DeLuise said. Okay, so as we all heard yesterday, there's a California curfew between 10 p.m. and 5 a.m. Why? Because we all know that COVID only comes out after 10 p.m. in California, between the hours of 10 p.m. and 5 a.m. Now, actually with the Democrat, well, he should be, Sherry. He should be. So basically what this curfew is, I read it a little bit closer. It's not for everyone. It's not how do I say this? What they're trying to do is close down gatherings. So if you're with your family, Newsom is you said it politely, Kristen, a Hippocratic butthole. I was thinking other things that I can't say. I'm normally home, but now I want to have a party. Yeah. So if you're with your family, the curfew doesn't apply to you. You can go out between 10 and 5 with your family. No big deal. But if you kind of gather with anybody else that's not in your household, then that's where the curfew is going to apply to you. Now, a lot of the sheriffs have told Newsom to pound sand, that they won't be enforcing that. Thank you, sheriffs. Also, John MacArthur's church in LA, Grace Community Church, an evangelical congregation in Los Angeles, led by Pastor John MacArthur, was cleared by county public health officials after 3 members came down with COVID-19 last month. We're glad to announce that we received a notice from the Los Angeles County Department of Health, Public Health on Thursday, saying that we have been cleared of COVID-19 outbreak. The church said in a statement last week, although a thorough investigation, public health officials have decided to rescind all outbreak-related requirements and restrictions on Grace Community Church. Aren't you all my brothers and sisters? That's right, Judy. And you know what? Let me need to tell you something. We can protest after 10 p.m. as well. So protests are not a part of that. So, if you feel like protesting, I guess you'll have to do what you have to do. Sad to say that the city council unanimously voted down an ordinance to make Lubbock a sanctuary city for the unborn. Now it goes to the voters. That's sad, Linda. But what are your thoughts about Trump going along with the vaccine? Well, Robin, the majority of people want to, not the majority, majority on the left absolutely want the vaccine. There are also a lot of people who want that vaccine. Trump probably has no idea about what the vaccine can and can't do. I would have to say I don't think that he does. He has encouraged people to take therapeutics, but as you see now, the left is saying, oh, well, we got the vaccine and, when he did it. So I don't think he's going along with the whole thing that we know about the RNA and the DNA and all that in the vaccines. I dare say he knows any of it. If he does know it, I don't think he believes it. I really don't. Now, 6 weeks after it was published, the Great Barrington Declaration, an international pronouncement meant to shine light on what it calls the damaging physical and mental health impacts of the prevailing COVID-19 policies, has garnered nearly 700,000 signatures from scientists, academics, doctors, and citizens worldwide. So they're basically saying that the lockdowns are more damaging than COVID itself. Now, yeah, so the thing of it is, President Trump right now is not telling people, President Trump is saying the vaccine should be a choice. If President Trump is no longer the president after January, guess what? You're talking about a whole new ball game. And you're talking about people who would say basically, maybe you can't buy or sell if you don't take the vaccine. All right. Let's go to Job. We're in the book of Job. And I think I left off at chapter 25. Job 25. Bildad, how can man be righteous? Then Bildad the Shuhite answered and said, dominion and fear belong to him. He makes peace in his high places. Is there any number to his armies? Upon whom does his light not rise? How then can man be righteous before God? Or how can he be pure who is born of a woman? If even the moon does not shine and the stars are not pure in his sight, how much less man who is a maggot and a son of man who is a worm? Hey, Gracie, come on up. Come on, baby. Job, man's frailty and God's majesty, chapter 26. But Job answered and said, how have you helped him who is without power? How have you saved the arm that has no strength? How have you counseled me who has no wisdom? Come on, jump, everybody, come say hi. And how have you declared sound advice to many? To whom have you uttered words, and whose spirit came from you? The dead tremble, those under the waters, and those inhabiting them. Sheol is naked before him, and destruction has no covering. He stretches out the north over empty space. He hangs the earth on nothing. He binds up the water in his thick clouds, yet the clouds are not broken under it. He covers the face of his throne and spreads his cloud over it. He drew a circular horizon on the face of the waters, at the boundary of light and darkness. The pillars of heavens tremble and are astonished at his rebuke. Come on. He stirs up the sea with his power, and by his understanding he breaks up the storm. But by his spirit he adorned the heavens. His hand pierced the fleeting serpent. Indeed, these are the mere edges of his ways. I know. And how small a whisper we hear of him, but the thunder of his power, who can understand? Job maintains his integrity. Moreover, Job continued his discourse and said, as God lives, who has taken away my justice, and the Almighty, who has made my soul bitter, as long as my breath is in me and the breath of God in my nostrils, my lips will not speak wickedness, nor my tongue utter deceit. Far be it from me that I should say you are right. Till I die, I will not put away my integrity from me. That's important. Till I die, I will not put away my integrity from me. My righteousness I hold fast and will not let it go. My heart shall not reproach me as long as I live. May my enemy be like the wicked, and he who rises up against me like the unrighteous. For what is the hope of the hypocrite? Though he may gain much, if God takes away his life, will God hear his cry? When trouble comes upon him, will he delight himself in the Almighty? Will he always call on God? I will teach you about the hand of God. What is with the Almighty, I will not conceal. Surely all of you have seen it. Why then do you behave with complete nonsense? This is the portion of a wicked man with God, and the heritage of oppression received from the Almighty. If his children are multiplied, it is for the sword, and his offspring shall not be satisfied with bread. Those who survive him shall be buried in death, and their widows shall not weep. Though he heaps up silver like dust and piles up clothing like clay, he may pile it up, but the just will wear it, and the innocent will divide the silver. He builds his house like a moth, like a booth which a watchman makes. The rich man will lie down, but not be gathered up. He opens his eyes, and he is no more. Terrors overtake him like a flood. A tempest steals him away in the night. The east wind carries him away, and he is gone. It sweeps him out of his place. It hurls him and does not spare. It hurls against him and does not spare. He flees desperately from its power. Men shall clap their hands at him and shall hiss him out of his place. Let me see what time it is. Okay. God is still in control. Absolutely. The YouTube video about the gold crown for the coming Messiah is called It's Later Than You Think. Jan Markell and Billy Crone. Oh, thank you, Miriam. Thank you. Look at Gracie. Knows you. Enjoy life. Yeah, she had to come on and say hi. So Job's Discourse on Wisdom, chapter 28. Surely there is a mine for silver and a place where gold is refined. Iron is taken from the earth and copper is smelted, but from ore. Man puts an end to darkness and searches every recess for ore in the darkness and the shadow of death. He breaks open a shaft away from people in places forgotten by feet. They hang far away from men. They swing to and fro. As for the earth, from it comes bread, but underneath it is turned up as by fire. Its stones are the source of sapphires, and it contains gold dust. That path no bird knows, nor has the falcon's eye seen it. The proud lions have not trodden it, nor has the fierce lion passed over it. He puts his hand on the flint. He overturns the mountains at the roots. He cuts out channels in the rocks, and his eyes see every precious thing. He dams up the streams from trickling. What is hidden, he brings forth to light. But where can wisdom be found? And where is the place of understanding? Man does not know its value, nor is it found in the land of the living. The deep says, it is not in me, and the sea says, it is not with me. It cannot be purchased for gold, nor can silver be weighed for its price. It cannot be valued in the gold of Ophir, its precious onyx or sapphire. Neither gold nor crystal can equal it, nor can it be exchanged for jewelry of fine gold. No mention shall be made of coral or quartz, for the price of wisdom is above rubies. The topaz of Ethiopia cannot equal it, nor can it be valued in pure gold. From where then does wisdom come, and where is the place of understanding? It is hidden from the eyes of all living and concealed from the birds of the air. Destruction and death say, we have heard a report about it with our ears. God understands its way, and he knows its place. For he looks at the ends of the earth and sees under the whole heavens to establish a weight for the wind and apportion the waters by measure. When he made a law for the rain and a path for the thunderbolt, then he saw wisdom and declared it. He prepared it. Indeed, he searched it out. And to man he said, behold, the fear of the Lord, that is wisdom, and to depart from evil is understanding. Amen. Amen. Let's see. I was just watching that video. Sandy said, today is a good day for the rapture. Yes. Come, Lord Jesus. Miriam said, that video is on my to watch list. It's a very good video. Everybody may want to go see that video. Jan Markell and Billy Crone. about the coming Messiah. It's Later Than You Think is the name of the video. Again, just a reminder about my book, My Ears Are Not Like Yours, on Amazon.com for children ages 4 through 11. A gives you a very encouraging message for children. And I pray you have a blessed, peaceful Thanksgiving, Susan. You'll be missed next week, but you deserve time off. Thank you, Paula. Please have a great Thanksgiving, everybody. Stay safe. Thank you, Susan. Have a great Thanksgiving and week off. Thank you, Sally. Also at 9 o'clock, well, at 9 o'clock my time, at 12 o'clock your time, there's White House press briefing that's coming on with Kaylee. So that should be interesting. Hopefully she will just put them in their place. That would be nice. Does anyone know why there was no service yesterday for Pastor Hibbs? Miriam, it's on Wednesdays and there was no service. I have no idea. I was wondering that myself. It wasn't anywhere. It wasn't even on the app. It wasn't on YouTube and it wasn't on Facebook. I have no idea why he did not have a service. So anyway, if you would please, everybody, go ahead and share this. If you're interested at all in the wreath back there, DM me or the link that I put in earlier. You can go there and just get that and go there and check it out for yourself. And God bless you. Keep the faith, as Leo Dempsey said. Keep the faith. All right. All right, everybody. God bless you. We'll see you again, God willing, a week later, or maybe we'll all be raptured. That'd be even better. Take care, everybody. God bless.